Come to the table, come to the table, come to the table and celebrate with us. Do you remember that song from last Sunday's Compassion Camp? I hope you were able to hear it and sing along with it. And I hope you enjoyed that short story that I read to you about the prodigal son, about the son that came home. I have another version of that story. It's a little bit longer and it's got more pictures. So this one is called The Lost Son Comes Home by Tim Ladwig. Jesus told them this parable. There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, "Give me my share of the property now. I don't want to wait till later." So the father divided up the estate and gave him his money. Not long after that, the younger son got together all that he had, and he left for a far-off country. See the tear on the father's face. And there he wasted all the money, not thinking at all about his father or his brother, or even how much money he had and was spending. He just wasted it away. Looks like he was having a lot of fun. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine. The whole country was hungry, and he didn't have any money left. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his field to feed the pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the food that the pigs were eating. When he came to his senses, he said, "How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? But here I am starving to death." "I will go home and I will say to my father, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I'm not worthy to call myself your son anymore. Let me be one of your servants.' And he got up and he went home to his father. Here's on the journey. But while he was still a way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. Remember, we talked about compassion. He ran to his son and threw his arms around him and kissed him. "Father, I sinned against heaven and you. I don't deserve to be called your son. Let me be one of your servants." But the father said to his servants, "Quick, find the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Let's have a feast, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now is found." So they began to celebrate. Meanwhile, the older son was in the field. And he heard all the music and dancing when he came near the house. So he asked one of the servants what was going on. "Your brother has come home," the servant replied, "and your father is having a feast because he is home safe and sound." The older brother became angry, refused to come in. So his father went out and pleaded with him, begged him. But he answered his father, "Look, all these years I have been working hard for you and never asked for anything, and you never threw me or my friends a party. But this son who went away and didn't care about any of us and wasted all your money comes back and you give him a feast?" The father said, "My son, I love you. I love you both. You have always been with me, and everything that I have is yours. But we had to celebrate. We had to be glad because this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found." That's the end of our story. So, do you remember the questions that we thought about in the compassion camp video? I wonder, did you have a chance to talk to your family, your parents, about any of these questions? Like, how do you think the father felt when the younger son left? And how do you think he felt when he returned? How do you think the older son felt throughout this story? Have you ever felt like sometimes when you follow all the rules and other people don't, it's just not fair? I think the older son felt some of that. How did you feel when you read the story? Did you see compassion happening? Which characters showed compassion and when? It's not easy to show compassion. Sometimes it's very hard for us to do, especially if we're feeling hurt. But remember, when we try to understand how someone else is feeling, that's called empathy, and that's the beginning of compassion. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope that you've enjoyed listening to the other stories that we've been hearing in Compassion Camp. Excuse me. My allergies are getting to me. I hope you've enjoyed the art project, the coloring project, and I'd love to see them. So I hope you post a photo of your coloring projects on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining me here today. And look out for our next Compassion Camp week that will be posted. Have a good day. Bye.